Why don't you sound like a native speaker in English? I've got 4 reasons. One of the first things that may be separating you from a native speaker is stress patterns. English is a stress time language. We've talked about this in other videos, but what you need to know. In English, if a word is important, it's going to be held longer and pronounced with a much clearer vowel than a word that is not stressed. So, to give you an example, take a look at this sentence. I can go to the mall on weekends. I can go to the mall on weekends. In this sentence, we have 3 stresses: weekends, mall, go. Every other word is not so important, so it's going to be said a little bit faster, and the vowels may even get reduced to like a schwa or even a short I sound. Other languages tend to pronounce every word equally. So in English, it will not be pronounced as I can go to the mall on weekends, because that would stress every single syllable, and every single syllable would get the same amount of weight. English does not work like that. I can go to the mall on weekends. This is how you can start sounding more native-like. Start applying stresses to your sentences. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Vowel sounds. Taking a look at our sentence again. I can go to the mall on weekends. You want to make sure that all of your vowel sounds are very clear. English pays special attention to vowel sounds, maybe a little bit more than it does to consonants. So if your vowel sounds aren't clear, it's going to be very confusing or hard to understand what you're saying. So pay attention to the major vowel sounds here. Go, strong O sound, go. Mall, mall. So you have your aw sound here. Weekends. Notice the E sound, that long I, E, E. Especially for words that are stressed, you need to make sure that the vowel sound is super clear. If you have any questions about any of these vowel sounds, take a look at these videos because they'll go into them in more detail. Reductions. We've talked about stresses already, but English also has reductions. What are reductions? Well, if a word is not stressed, there's a good chance that the vowel sound may get a little bit shortened or even change to, like we mentioned before, a schwa sound. I can go to the mall on weekends. We have a couple major reductions here. Can will get reduced to can. I can go. I can go. To will get reduced to a schwa sound. To the mall. To the mall. Notice that also it's not the mall, it's the mall. It's going to get a schwa sound as well. Go to the mall. To the mall. Notice how much that part gets reduced. I can go to the mall. One of the reasons why English can be hard to understand for listening is that English has so many reductions. If words aren't important, they're going to be said a little faster and the vowel's not going to be held. Reductions are going to be key to sounding a little bit more natural. Contractions. Are you using contractions? Are you saying he's or he is? Are you saying I will or I'll? Are you saying there's or there is? You want to be using the contracted forms because the contracted forms are much more common in spoken English. You remember the goal of almost any language in terms of speaking. You want to say something as quickly and efficiently as possible. Well, one of the ways English can do this is through contractions, so we do need to use them. Here are just a couple of real quick examples. You can use this to compare to your own speech. Take a look at this sentence. I couldn't have gone to the mall. I couldn't have gone to the mall. Do you normally say I could not have gone to the mall? Or do you normally say I couldn't have gone to the mall? In spoken English, many native speakers will opt for the contraction, couldn't have gone, couldn't have gone. Many non-native speakers will say the full form, could not have gone. Again, this is one of the differences between native speakers and people learning the language. Another example, there's a coat I want to buy. There's a coat I want to buy. Do you normally say there is a coat, or do you normally say there's a coat? Again, many native speakers will usually use the contraction, there's. There's a coat. There's a coat. People will still understand you fine, even if you're not using contractions, or even if you're not using reductions. However, if your goal is to sound native-like, then these are things that you really want to start exercising actively in your own speech. Check out these videos here to practice them and sound more native-like.